Good evening, everybody. My name is Randy Kumpke, and I'll be the moderator tonight. Welcome to the Silicon Valley Health Institute. We are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is, our primary mission is to provide credible health education to the public with an emphasis on optimal wellness, anti-aging medicine, and longevity. Our annual membership is $60. It's $10 at the door. If you did come in and didn't check in at the door, please do so at the break. We take donations, of course, and they are tax deductible. Now, I do have a mic here, just sort of an order of business. If you want to ask a question, please raise your hand. I'll bring you the mic, and then speak. Please try to avoid calling out questions because they don't get captured well on the video, and we want people watching the video to have a good experience of hearing and seeing what's going on. All right, so there's three parts to the evening we usually do. We do a kind of a general open questions that anybody wants to make do an announcement or ask a question about some kind of a health issue or something you read, something you saw, something you heard. You want to ask about that, this is an opportunity to do that. Then the second part is will be our first speaker, which is Philomena Trindade, and she'll be speaking on the subject of women in cognition, insulin, menopause, and Alzheimer's disease. And then we'll have a short break, and after that we'll have our second speaker, who is Carol Schrery. I believe I said that right. And she'll be discussing some things around chiropractic and forceless chiropractic, as I recall. So you can find out all this information about what we have available in our upcoming talks in the website, which is www.svhi.com. And on there you can look up the newsletters, and there's a little drop-down tab where you can look at the archives, and you can see the archives of newsletters. We also upload the video. Takes us about 30 days, around a month, to get the video uploaded, but if you want to look up past programs, you can do that, and they're online for, I think, for the last 20 years or more. Okay? And we've had some really well-known and renowned speakers, as well as people who are starting out, and I'm not saying which today's are, but it's an interesting place because we've had people like John Gray and some really famous people have come through here. Anyway, so now let's go into our question and answer period. So if you have a question you would like to ask, now is the opportunity to do it. Just raise your hand. I'll bring you the mic, and then perhaps somebody else in the room will answer that question. If your question is relevant to the talk, maybe the speaker for that talk will stand up and say, hey, I'm going to cover the talk, and hopefully you can be satisfied about that until the talk is over, and then you can ask questions. So we got a hand back here, so here we go.
Thank you. I have a question about Alzheimer's and estrogen. So I heard there's a study that if you introduce estrogen to women right at the beginning of menopause, it actually counters Alzheimer's disease. But my question is here, estrogen is also known to feed cancers. So how do you put these two together as being a procedure?
I'm actually going to address that during my talk, because it's about the type of estrogen.
You have to give her the mic.
Okay.
She doesn't have the mic on?
And the route of delivery. But I'm going to go through, that's a big part of my talk. So if you're
Okay, good. So
waiting, I'll talk about it. Thank you.
Philomena is saying she's going to cover that as part of her talk. Okay. Remember, I have to bring the mic to the person that's answering the question also. So next question, Megan.
Have you ever heard anybody have pacemaker put in and they got well enough that it has taken out?
Okay, pacemaker put in and then they got well enough that it was removed. Has anybody heard of that?
Yeah, I've actually had a patient where that happened. And it really was about their nutrient status and especially the mineral status, particularly magnesium, so that after a few years, they were doing so much better, they really didn't need it. The cardiologist didn't want to take it off, but we kind of convinced him. And so what they did, they did a trial period for so many months to show that it really wasn't needed, and then she did get it removed.
Thank you.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, any other questions? Okay. Let's see. I've been, let me say a couple of things. So let's see, there's an event at 6 p.m. Thursday on February 28th, which is in the Redwood City Library Community Room, second floor. And is this the showing of your film? Okay.
It'll show my film, The Big Secret, that's on nutrition, pharmaceuticals, various corporations. You can also see the film on Amazon Prime called The Big Secret. Also, I'd like to announce that next month we've got Anna Cabeza, who wrote a book on the hormone fix that'll answer a lot of questions, address similar things for women and in our various stages of life. But I've also asked her to include things for the men as well. And he will speak as well.
Who is Paul Barbaro? My name is Paul Barbaro, and I'll be talking about healing your ancestors and angels and guides with your healing. So one person gets a session, and thousands are healed. And if we're going to speed up healing on the planet, we have to multiply it like that and be as effective as we can. And I've got a wonderful clip by Bruce Lipton that I play. And I'm going to be at the Community of Infinite Spirit Spring Healing Fair, and we'll have a booth there, and you can talk to me there too. And my books are on Amazon.
And his books are on Amazon, is what he said. Okay, good.